Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Hilda Anikia, if you're new here. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you, all love. Imposter syndrome is something I really want to talk about because in the past 2 weeks, I have been struggling a little bit. And if you have no idea what imposter syndrome is, you know that feeling when sometimes you just, you find yourself in spaces and you're like, am I really worthy of being here? Am I good enough? Am I doing the right thing? Why do other people just seem to outdo me? Or that's that feeling when you feel like you're not good enough, or really your art or whatever it is that you're doing doesn't stand out as much as other people stand out. And it's something for the past 2 weeks I have been a little bit struggling with. I don't know whether it's from a place of fear, because doing your own thing can be overwhelming sometimes. So sometimes you really want to know, am I doing the right thing? Is this the path I should be going down? But at the same time, there's that fear of what if it doesn't work out? I feel like we all experience the what ifs. I know, maybe I'm speaking for everyone and I should be speaking for myself. I do experience that sometimes. And just what if this is not it? And what if I just need to do it differently? What if there's a lot of what ifs when it comes to imposter syndrome. And I feel like the what ifs come from a place of fear, like I've said. So you're afraid, maybe I'm just not good at it, or maybe it's not meant for me, or maybe it's just not working. But I read a book today morning. I'm reading, my February read is the 5 a.m. Club, and today morning while I was reading the book, there's something the author said. I don't know if I carried the book. Just a minute. I'm not sure if I have the book with me. Unfortunately, I didn't. But the author of this book says, sometimes when you're going out of your way to do the most, or to do something that stands out, and then you've been putting effort into your craft, when you're just about to break barriers, fear starts streaming in. So you start asking yourself questions like, am I really supposed to be here? Is it really working? So just when you're starting to master your art, there's a way your brain tricks you into just start questioning. You start questioning yourself when you're just about to master the art of whatever it is that you're doing. And that spoke to me in many ways, because lately I've been questioning, when you go to YouTube as a content creator, or even Instagram, and I follow so many content creators because I am one, so I just want to pick a few things, still maintaining my niche and my originality, but of course there's something to learn from each and everyone. So sometimes I go on YouTube and then look at YouTubers that are doing something that I'm also doing, and I'm just oh, this person is really good. Is my content really at par with whatever they're doing? And sometimes you might ask, just do your own thing, maintain your originality, blah blah blah. But it's normal to just be afraid sometimes and wonder, really, am I as much as I want to do something that I love and maintain my originality, at the same time it's is this something my audience, the audience I'm creating content for, would appreciate? Is it something they would appreciate? Because I'm creating content for you guys. So I feel I have struggled with imposter syndrome a little bit in regards to content creation, and just other people doing the craft, and me looking at videos of my friends and just other random people that do something that I do. And sometimes it's triggering. When you're scrolling online, and then there's someone that's doing something that you do as well, and then you're just they have really mastered this art. So it's really triggering, and then you start getting that feeling. I wouldn't call it jealousy per se. There's just that triggering negative feeling. And I started being conscious of this feeling. So every time I'd scroll past a post and then see something and feel triggered, I'd stop and ask myself, first of all, why am I being triggered when I should be learning from this particular person? Why am I being triggered by this person doing so good? So just be oh, God, allow me to see you through people that are doing great things and not feel triggered. I don't know if you guys feel triggered sometimes. There's people usually say, if you follow people online that trigger you, or make you feel you're not, you're not doing your best, you should unfollow them and maybe follow people that motivate you. But at the same time, if it's from a place of, I'm not happy that this person is thriving, I don't think that's how it should be. If it's from a place of, I am not happy that this person is thriving, I feel like you should just look at yourself, because it's telling you something about yourself, I think. And it's not about the other person, it's something from within. Like, it's something from within, so you should look within. So I've been trying to just feel like, yes, I am doing my best, and that's all I really need to do. I'm showing up, and that's all I really need to do. I just need to show up. No extras, no whatevers. And also another thing that like just made me realize I am really just like in a moment or in a constant state of imposter syndrome was I went for an interview on Friday, and before I applied for this position, you remember, guys, I had said at the beginning of this year I don't want like a 9 to 5 because I didn't want a 9 to 5. And like in regards to what I took in school, if I was to get a 9 to 5, I would literally go to school and like be a teacher, and I didn't want to be confined in that space where I'm in the department or in the staff room from 9 to 5, because I felt like I wouldn't grow in that space. I would be confined. I just felt like I would be confined. No offense to people who are in staff rooms or departments or teachers. I love being a teacher. But at the same time, I wasn't ready to just have a teaching job, a 9 to 5 teaching job. So I came across this opportunity of a job just somewhere. I'll tell you the story, like maybe details. I'll follow up with details in another video. And during that interview, I know I was probably like the youngest, because everyone there was like 26 and over with years of experience, and I'm just like, oh, so where were you guys working? Oh, you guys have done this job before. Oh, I didn't even take this in school. Like, I'm just, I didn't feel intimidated at the same time, because it was not like a new surrounding or a new space. I had met like people who are on the panel before because I had worked with them before, but not like a job volunteer. So I wasn't really as scared, but at the same time, the fact that other people that were just applying for this job were, I have worked before, I have done this job at this blah blah blah, and I'm just here like, I'm just fresh out of uni, I just graduated last year, I have no experience whatsoever. But at the same time, like, I know what I bring to the table. If you ask me what I bring to the table, I would not be intimidated by that question. I'd tell you what I bring to the table. So it was just one of those moments where I'm like, am I really like supposed to be here? Because these people are like older and then they have experience. So are they like better at what they do than I am? And all this just feelings of, oh my God, am I in the wrong place, or am I in the wrong space, blah blah blah, am I doing all right? And then like I felt like the one thing that just made me go through with the interview, where I kinda blundered somewhere, story for another day, was the fact that I know like this particular organization has integrity, blah blah blah. So whoever will get the job will be most deserving of the job, and that's something I appreciate, right? It's not like the normal jobs where you go and you just know they have someone. This particular post was advertised just for formalities maybe. So that just made me be like, oh, whoever will get this position will be deserving of it, and that's okay for them. That's what should happen everywhere, So the fact that I experienced, am I in the wrong space? Because I'm a fresher in this particular area, and these people they're just doing it. They've been doing it, and I've been winging it. I've just been winging it. I've not been doing it. But at the same time, I wouldn't say I haven't been doing it, because like my current role in Young Investors, if you don't know what Young Investors is, kindly, which century is this? Go to Instagram and search the _investor space and just look at what we do. My current role at Young Investors is very much in line with what I applied for the job. So at least I had like something to show, and just something to show that I'm aware, I'm fully aware of the role, and plus I'm a content creator, and it's a job that needs me to work online in regards to just creating content and social media management and all that. So it wasn't so hard at the same time. But guys, the fact that I just get to points where I start questioning whether it's the right thing. I know it's from a point of fear, because I really sat down and just asked myself, why do I start like questioning what I do sometimes? And I know it's from a place of fear, because sometimes we want things to work out, but at the same time you can't really like do what will work out and what won't. You can only like do your best, show up every day, show up and just like do your best every single day. So the fact that I'm also showing up is just, it's something. And I like that despite fear, I don't fail to show up. I may be afraid, but I'll do it scared. Sometimes I just do it scared. I just wake up and I'm like, I am so scared. I really can't tell what's going to happen, but I'm going to do it. And sometimes it's just like, okay, I'll make this YouTube video. If 20 people watch it, that's okay. I will make content for these 20 people and it will work. I am going to make content for these 20 people and that's totally okay. I don't have a problem with making content for 20 people. So sometimes it's tricky, guys. It's tricky sometimes, but it's from a place of, am I doing my best? Yes, I am doing my best. Am I constantly just like showing up and being true to myself? Yes, I'm constantly showing up and being true to myself. Am I enjoying what I'm doing? Do I love what I do? Yes, I love what I do. So you can't really like try to figure out the future. You can only control your here and your now. And I feel like imposter syndrome comes from a place of, oh, I need to, just be extra and add all this extra details. Or maybe from a place of, you are somewhere and then they made you feel not worthy. Maybe you are working a job or just like at home or just anywhere. You're doing something and then people made you feel like, oh, you don't do this well, or you're like not worthy of this place, or you've been in an environment where other people have been given priority and you've never really been given a voice. I think imposter syndrome can come from that, where you're constantly like reminded other people in that particular environment are better than you. And I don't think that's the case for me. I think my imposter syndrome just comes from a place of fear. And if you like ever experience imposter syndrome, I can't say like I have really figured out or I have really just like carved out that area of my life and found a solution and be like, yo, this is what you do, this is what you don't do. No, I'm still like figuring out a day at a time. And it's like, oh, I can't control it. So what can I do? I can only just like show up. So I will just show up and do your best, and you can only be your biggest fan. You can only be your biggest fan. You can just support yourself as much as you can. I usually say, I saw a post that said like, if you support, like if you do something, like keep promoting yourself online or offline, just keep promoting yourself. The people who will support you, there are people who will unfollow you for supporting yourself. But at the end of the day, show up for yourself and support yourself. That's the best you can do. That's the most you can do. Every other thing will sort itself out, and that is okay. That is okay. That's not your part to play. Your part to play is to show up and 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 show up consistently, guys. So I don't know. Like in terms of fitness, I think hi Obi.
Hi.
In terms of fitness, I talked to a friend of mine who just started getting into fitness, and she was like, I've just done this workout for 1 week and I haven't seen results. And I'm just like, see, you want to see results in 1 week? Really, 1 week? Sometimes it takes 8 weeks. For some people, 10 weeks. For some people, 4 weeks. Like, we're all made different. So you can't just, like, give up because you didn't see results. And I feel that's what happens when you go online and then there are people saying, I got abs in 2 weeks. Where did you get abs in 2 weeks? Unless you had, like, a really flat tummy and then that's possible. But for someone who had, like, where did you get abs in 2 weeks? So sometimes it's good to filter the content you consume online. It's totally okay. Learn from it, get from it, but also filter and like carve out what you really can just speak and what you won't speak from that particular content, because you can only be your biggest fan and you can only do what's right for you. And if you ever experience imposter syndrome, I just hope you constantly remind yourself that you're good enough. And another thing that I feel like will easily help you manage or deal with imposter syndrome is creating like habits that allow you to feel good about yourself. Create habits that allow you to feel good about yourself. If reading makes you feel just like, oh, I'm doing so well and I feel so nice, read books. Just read books. If like going for a walk makes you, just do activities that allow you to tap into your highest potential. Just like engage in activities that allow you to tap into your highest potential, and that's the only way you'll be able to regain your self-confidence and your self-belief and yourself, because you only present like to the world who you are from within. Like, you know yourself from within, so that's who you present to the world. So just do activities that allow you to tap into your higher self and constantly show up. I can't ever insist enough on showing up. Just show up. I don't care if you show up for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. Show up. Just show up. Stop thinking about like the results so much. Sometimes you get consumed about the results so much. Stop working for results. Of course, we are working towards a goal, and that goal, is a result. But like, if you're in the here and now and putting effort into whatever it is that is the result you want in the like future, then just focus on the here and now and do the here and now. Stop focusing on like 1 month, 1 year from now. 1 year from now will take care of itself if you take care of the here and now. So you can't just sit around also and expect the 1 year to take care of itself. But if you take care of the here and now, the 1 year later, it's going to take care of itself. Oh my god, I have never talked this much. Thank you so much for watching my video. I have so many story times. I just want to like compile into one video. I think I'll do it by the end of the week. But also, I just wanted to talk about imposter syndrome. Also, someone told me I am too structured, and I didn't know how to feel about that. Kind of hurt my feelings, because structured is such. I don't know. I just felt like it's too much, but I still took it graciously. And they told me I'm too structured. I would have said structured. They said too structured. Because I sit down and I plan and I block time. I say I'll do this from this time, blah blah blah. And that, I don't think of myself as being too structured. I just think of myself as someone who likes to plan, because I enjoy planning and I work better when I plan. But like, they were like, because you're too structured, are you able to like survive in an environment where people have change of plans? And I'm just like, I work in a team, and sometimes I have to adjust to like the needs of my other teammates. It's not always like I want to do this, so blah blah blah. So I don't know. I'm still just figuring that part out, but it's always just figuring out a day at a time. I know, I don't want to accept that I'm too structured, but also part of me feels like it's true, but no, I won't call it too structured. I'll say I'm a planner. I like to plan. I'm not structured. I like to plan. There's a difference. I am able to adjust if need be. I'm able to adjust here and there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. It's been a long video, and I wish you all the best. If you're struggling with whatever you're struggling with, I hope you just get the courage to pick yourself up once again. Thank you so much. Subscribe, share this video with your friends, leave me a comment. It helps. The engagement helps my content. And bye.